Are you hungry? Must be hungry too. Because this is a very delicate moment to stand before you and speak at this juncture when you all dream of your lunch plates and lunch boxes. And what is this literary society and united by reading a poem? Anyhow, I'm not going to leave like that because I'm destined to inactive clubs. Here is a poem written by the 7th century Sanskrit scholar Bhavabhuti. Most of our Kannada and Sanskrit students would know this personality. He writes, if learned critics publicly deride my verse, well, let them. Not for them I wrote. One day a man shall live to share my thought, for time is endless and the world is wide. Definitely, when you take the literature very seriously, you will come to know any piece of literature, any piece of thought, any piece of writing will be publicly available for the criticism, the improvement, and propagation. Before stepping into the actual content of my talk, let me thank the AAGS English department, the head of the department, and all my colleagues for taking up a very innovative way of inaugurating the club today. You didn't witness the lamplighting. Okay? A poem of Rabindranath Tagore was read initially as a prayer for inauguration, where the mind is without fear. Now the time has come to ask where the world should be without fear. You might know that Russia and Ukraine are thinking to drop the atomic bombs on each other. And it is going to be a worse situation for all the peace-loving people of the world that we are going to get crumpled and crumpled by the Third World War. This is being the scenario. We are doing a very noble activity of inaugurating a literary society, and luckily all literary activities of any language would come under liberal arts. You can express your thoughts through a prose or a poem or through a play or through a beautiful cinematic experience, and it has no syllabus. Nobody can give a syllabus to your poem writing. Nobody will give a syllabus to your story writing, right? So you are independent to choose. That was what the request of Rabindranath Tagore in his poem, Where the Mind is Without Fear. He wrote this poem before independence, so that the Britishers should understand what India needs at that point of time. And moreover, he assures, after getting the independence, what Indians are going to do. It was a request and the pledge, both by the great Nobel laureate of our yesteryears. But having said this, we all are very fortunate and lucky that we have that DNA in all of us for the liberal arts. You can sing well, you can act well, somebody can write well, someone can MC well, someone can picture well. So, the Acharya Institute of Graduate Studies Literary Society must flutter with a passion towards the learning of language, literature, and expression. Soumya Madam rightly said in the beginning about reads. There is a saying always, read until you become blunt or until you die. Mother Teresa famously said when she addressed the UNO after receiving the Nobel Prize for Peace, she said, give until it hurts the taker. What does it mean? What did she want to give to the society? The good things. The receiver must stop saying, enough, I've got enough to take away. So that should be the attitude. For that you should start reading things. Start observing people, not just the pretty people around you. Observe the whole society. Talk to the elderly, talk to the young. Get the inferences from them. How many of you go to library every day? We have got 4 English newspapers. Not to just read the politics of Modi or Siddaramaiah or any other nation. You can choose your own areas there. There is a crossword, there is a Sudoku, there is fill in the gap. Lot many things connected to the literature and language happen there. I don't see many of you come there and pick the newspaper up. You all may go through this piece of electronic material so that you go on swiping the screen for the social media activities, the likes, dislikes, the new posts, and who is the next hot chick in the Bollywood industry and all that. That is not all the life. How many of you have read Robin Sharma? My question? 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. The Monk Who Sold Ferrari. Who will cry when you die? At least read that. That is most important. Who will cry when I die? That should be your reading thing. Okay. There is one beautiful book about the person who created the network of Arcade hotels. But I've heard of Arcade hotels, the 5-star hotels, better than Sheraton, better than Lee Meridian, better than Ashoka group of hotels. Okay? It is by Mitchell Kamath. Okay? It is Italy, Orchid and Willpower. Italy. He was an Italy seller on the streets in Mumbai. A street Italy selling point. He creates the world renowned Orchid Hotels group. Read the book. How many of you know about Sudha Murthy of Infosys? Yes, you know her by a philanthropy might be, but she is a good writer as well. Read her Wise and Otherwise book. Wise and Otherwise. That is going to be great learning for you. You all might know Abdul Kalam ji, right? How many of you have taken the biography of him, The Wings of Fire, in your hands? Good. There are a good number of students here. It will be a great going for you. Read M.T. Vasudevan Nair. It need not be the English authors all the time. Read Shashi Deshpande. Read Vaikam Muhammad Bashir's translations. Read Girish Karnad. Read U.R. Anantamurthy. Read Chetan Bhagat. Read Arvind Adiga. So there is no end. Why should we read? Why should we go through the literature? To rebuild ourselves. Remember, the only opportunity you get to rebuild yourselves is not in computer science, not in any other scientific subject or any other language. The literature will help you to rebuild yourselves. So for that, you need the literature of the nativity, you need to read the literature of the external world as well. So to know better, to feel better, and make your life better, definitely these literary clubs will help us. One last anecdote I would like to tell you. When I was young like you, we were fascinated by the theatre activity. We were to enact one drama of Christopher Marlowe, Edward the King II of England. Okay? So he gets killed by his own people when the regime changes. It was a Kannada translation of that. In the name Koneya Anka. Koneya Anka means the last scene. The king always comes with a crown, you all know. It's a foreign play, but we were to convert that into our native language, Kannada. We did all the translations of dialogues, everything, but we couldn't translate the crown. Okay? The British crown, imagine the British crown and the crown of our Rama, Krishna, Arjuna and others. We had that picture in our mind and we gave our designer to design the crown. We all practiced without the costumes. Till the day of enactment, the crown was not ready by the maker. He had his own excuses. Why do you worry? I will give you the crown when you go on the stage. He had prepared a crown which was oversized and it was not suitable for an English drama. Okay? We had to pack certain cotton material and cloth inside the portions to keep the crown properly, to fit it like that. So somehow we managed with that. That crown was of the king of Mahabharata, which was totally out of place for an English drama. But somehow we could manage with that. But my friend, who was the king, the scene comes there. When Edward is getting killed by his own man, a very emotional scene, he asked the assassin, "My dear friend, may I wear the crown for the one last time in my life? Because the next moment I am going to get killed." That was the scene which was to come with lot of emotions and fanfare. My friend did it. Finally, what happened? He was not ready to give the crown back to the person who created it. That was the last wish, right? For the king to wear the crown before I die. Therefore, he kept the crown with him for a good number of years. Why I am telling this is you have to get involved totally into what you do. Don't do it superficially. Involve yourself. Get deep into the waters. Then only you will know the enjoyment of being going there. Not for the compliance. You must rebuild yourselves. You must enjoy the life through the literature, the liberal arts, and many art forms to come. So definitely, Acharya will imbibe that character and legacy in you through these 5 clubs. Watch great movies, criticize them, appreciate them. As Akshay and all my friends told, we are going to do the activities which will definitely hit on your nerves and get you something out of it. It is not just going to be plain Acharya reading or Acharya debating or Acharya creating a short movie and get away. So who knows? A noble writer can come from within this premises, or we may get a star creator through certain movies. The platform is wide open for all of you, and you only have to come forward and always look at the things in a brighter perspective and the right perspective. And it talks about the inclusivity of all of you. Either you have come from Jharkhand or Karnataka or Tamil Nadu or Kerala or any other part of the globe, you are all welcome here. You are going to learn, you are going to teach others, you are going to relearn again and again. Thank you for the opportunity.